Nothing I can do.
Say something funny for the intro.
Right now?
Right now.
You can't just say something funny.
Say it.
On the spot. Come on, Zach. We're all
Say
waiting.
something very controversial.
I'll
just bleep it out.
I'll say something
Just
very
say that
fucking
thing
controversial.
all the time.
Green is.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Yeah, cut that shit out. Holy shit.
Bringing color into
Wow, dude.
No one will ever know what I said, ever.
Perfect.
People on the spectrum. Well,
Intro, Patrick.
That was good.
That was good. All right.
I'm crying because of it.
Well, hey, what the fuck? You can't just pop and crack.
what do you mean?
This is just preemptively. Welcome back to episode 20 of the Shitpost HQ Podcast. We've been gone for a little bit because we were going through some alternative plans. We were doing a lot of drugs together in alleyways in Czechoslovakia, and it was a very difficult time for all of us. But we're back here to our regular scheduled programming, so let's get a crack from everyone.
I popped a little early, just like I always do.
This guy's shaking it down the stairs.
Classic prank. No, you know what's... Okay, so we were talking about no one did their homework today, so no one brought any top talking points, but that's okay because allergies, the world's most relatable fucking topic.
If anyone wonders why I'm crying right now, it's because, oh man, my allergies are so bad.
I'm crying because I just watched Paddington 2 and I'm down tremendously.
I watched Air Bud. I couldn't do it.
I'm crying because I'm having an existential crisis.
You can't cry about that. You have that every day. That's why I cry every day. I cry myself to sleep every night. I cry myself. What is it? What's the SpongeBob bit? Before my bone, the sound of my bones breaking. Fuck. What is it?
Man,
Well,
every night I break my arms. Every morning I break my legs.
Yeah.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
No, that's the movie Glass.
That is the movie Glass. True.
All right, hold on. I actually need to pop a pill.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
Go get it.
Look at him. He looks like he's dying.
Yeah, let me get a pill.
Hard cut to Mike before pills and after pills.
I look like an Elon
run,
Musk
run.
meme. Where is it?
Upstairs.
It's right beside the Molly. Be careful.
Right beside the dishwasher, there's 4 drawers. The third one down, you'll see the Kirkland bottle. Don't take the Molly. Don't fuck up.
My brain is operating at like 75%. I was saying that to Zach. Still from Friday.
Yeah.
Doing drugs.
Yeah, you're not fully recovered yet?
Just like, I just feel slow.
What's the difference to normal days? I always feel slow.
Because you must be quick to respond. And then pile on top of it by just drinking in excess again yesterday.
Yeah. Did you get drunk?
Kind of.
Hey, nothing like it.
There is nothing like getting
Drunk enough that it was a bit of a wobbly 2-minute drive back to my house.
That's actually pretty crazy. Isn't it crazy how that was normal and now it's like, oh, I just drove 2 minutes of
We're
blackout
keeping
drunk.
that whole thing in there. That's fine. That was like 3 crimes that you just admitted to.
Please put like a robotic voice over when I said drive that just says walk.
And then I'm going to forget to blur that part out. I'll do that.
I might survive for another day. We'll see. I don't know.
Wait, what did you do here?
This is life threatening.
So talk about, when did your allergies kick in?
When I was a kid, I didn't get them that bad. Yeah, and then like as I started getting older, once my balls dropped, it was never the same. I don't fucking know. My eyes hurt, yo. My eyes fucking hurt.
Mine were worse when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I got like immunotherapy. Like I went in and got allergy shots. It's like extractions of a certain strength of what you're allergic to. And they give it to you in higher and higher doses.
Your dad's come. They're like, Dad, I don't like this anymore. I get high.
You go and you get a test. You know, I tested that I have allergies to cats, dogs, and environmental stuff, dust, shit like that. So then, you know, they narrow it down to serums. And then I got a shot in each arm twice a week for a long time. So I'm not afraid of fucking getting needles anymore.
When did you stop that?
If it worked, fuck it.
I honestly, I stopped when I stopped having huge allergy attacks like Mike's having right now.
Oh wow.
Mike, I
Literally.
fucking feel for you, man.
So you
I
don't
really do.
you don't have them anymore at all, or you do?
No, like I just like if I have a bad allergy day. Okay, number one mistake is if you touch your face, you're done. So
I haven't done that.
what are you talking about? Well, as soon as you touch your eyes, you're fucked. So like it takes a lot of willpower just to not like keep your hands away and like have like an allergy pill. But yeah, no, I stopped that a long time ago, probably 2013 ish.
Because I've heard that that's like the one remedy that you can do. Holy fuck, dude, you're crying. That's crazy. I got a
eyes
good
hurt.
shot of just zooming in on what I see.
My nose hurts.
Because I had no real like symptoms growing up. I had like, I guess I had allergies because I always thought I had a cold, but it was never to the point it is now. Now it's fucking bad. And like one pill won't do shit sometimes. Like nothing.
Yeah.
You did not have allergies.
I think I did.
So a lot of the time,
I was definitely always allergic to your cats.
A lot of the time, he would just like he'd sniffle. He'd have like one little sniffle, and he'd just be like allergies. And I'm like, dude, you don't have allergies. Like his eyes never like got like puffy,
Red and puffy, yeah.
Like none of that ever happened. It's like maybe he had like a dry nose a couple of times, and then he was like, allergies. Like, and then he like blows the shit out of his
Maybe
nose.
that's just bad air quality. Like Matt has the same thing. Matt never is not going. Like can't breathe, and I'm always just like, blow your nose. Like
That's because he's always
Stop
sneezing.
snurfling.
He's always sneezing.
sneezing.
I never had allergies as a kid because my dad said they were for the weak. But then
So you just didn't have them.
So I just didn't
They're
have
for
them.
the weak.
I didn't have
Allergies
it
don't
at
touch me.
all. And for any situation until we got a trailer at that trailer park.
Then you were allergic to the
And-
broke.
Actually, no, it wasn't even the old trailer because we had an old one that was like a really, really old one when we were first there. We finally at one point bought a new one. I think it was like 2009. I don't remember what age I was. But something, anytime they turned on AC or heat and like air would circulate inside the trailer, I had your typical, like I would just wake up, red, itchy eyes,
Yep.
sniffly nose, bad enough that it'd literally be like, and my mom would be like just giving me like Reactant or something.
No, your mom would be giving you some suspicious ass Romanian remedies. Here, Marco, this is a wolf's bane.
They
It's
didn't
very
want to
good.
believe it. They were like, "What do you mean you don't have allergies? There's no such thing as allergies." But
No son of mine will have allergies.
My son
leave
cannot
the
be that
trailer,
weak.
and I would go outside like in the morning and leave the trailer. It would just go away. I never went and got tested. I don't know
Your dad
what
just
it is. It doesn't happen anywhere else. It only ever happened there. So something with like the airflow in there. Maybe there was some coating inside the fucking
There's probably
trailer.
like mold in there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
mold.
no,
the
when we got the
filters
new one, this started happening.
Really?
It's still
Brand new trailer.
interesting. Like a chemical, maybe.
It was just
It
cocaine
would
in
only
the
happen
air,
when they
man.
turn on the
Just straight
AC, right?
varnish.
Because then there's airflow coming
Yeah.
from through going through the whole thing, and it was like awful, like just
Maybe there's like a dead
swollen red
animal
eyes.
in like in the vent system.
dude. If I have to if I have to walk the dog in the morning and I forget to grab a Kleenex, I either just have to accept the fact that I'm gonna have like 2 streams into my mouth, just like for the
Booger kid.
Dude, I'm booger kid.
Neighborhood booger kid.
For hey, it's that weird booger kid walking his ugly dog again. So I have to have booger mouth, or if I get to like a halfway point and it's really really bad and I don't want booger mouth, I have to just do a snot rocket onto the grass.
Damn.
And it's gotten to the point where I have it down to a science where I just do I do a snot rocket, and whatever remains on my hand, I do a quick enough flick that it just like snaps off, and then I wipe the rest on grass, and that's my fucking morning
he
routine.
absolutely does it in the same spot every morning, like in some
There's
corner.
a pool of
Never-
mucus. I'm building a
up.
new me, like a Stranger Things fucking mucus glob.
Well, that'd be very you know, the routine, just like
I
the
love
repetitive tasks.
I can't do a snot rocket. It doesn't work.
Really?
It doesn't shoot a rocket for me. It kind of like sprays.
Yeah, mine's
I wish I
pretty-
could shoot
mine's not like cool.
I've had a couple successful ones and like a lot of failures,
Yeah.
especially like with my mustache. I'm like, this is bad. You know,
Dude,
It's
there's
caught
like
in your mustache. Yeah.
there's genuine like life skills that I never learned. Like the one thing I always wanted to learn was how to do the cool guy spit where you go and like a glob shoots out. How do you do that? How do you do that?
I had a friend who used to be able to go watch this, and he would go, and like white foamy spit would like go down to here, and then he'd go and slurp it all.
Oh, I can
Remember
still- I can
that,
still do
yeah.
that.
And I'm like, how do you have that consistency?
I was gonna
that
say-
it stays together, but then can come back up.
Dehydration's
I can't
a bitch.
recreate that.
He's got like a cum mouth, yo.
Yeah.
Cum mouth.
I could never recreate the like consistency of that.
Marcus is like, I used to have a friend who could spit this acidic substance and it would melt through metal. It's like, what are you friends with the fucking X-Men? Like this one, right?
No way he's gonna do it right now. Moment of truth. Oh, it's on carpet. What was
Yeah,
that?
that's what would happen.
And
when
then
I
do
tried
the
to
old
it.
sock wipe.
Well, you're hydrated.
Yeah, but
You know what was another one?
what?
An essential skill that I never learned.
Yep.
How to whistle with
I was
two
just gonna say
fingers.
that. Yes, my
Or
dad
this
would.
way or this way.
I can't even normal whistle.
I mean, I can know with
I
it's
can't
boring.
either.
Yeah, I
lame.
can, but it's not that cool. Yeah.
That's stupid. I want to go and fucking summon up like 17 demons from all across the neighborhood. Like my dad, Zach knew when it was time for me to go in because you'd hear my dad's whistle like resonate through the entire fucking neighborhood.
Or his sneeze resonate through the entire
Yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah, they would hear me.
A dad
and then
sneeze.
It's not rocket. No, that and like, is there any other like essential skills that I haven't? Like, I don't really know how to like fish. I guess.
I don't know, but we're talking about you were saying like gross guy things. That thing you said with the sock wipe. I bet that's a male only experience.
You think so?
The,
No
like,
way, you
the,
think
like
girls
I
will do
spilled
that?
something to just sock wipe.
Especially
Yeah.
if it's water. Like, oh, every time.
Oh yeah, I have a
sock
fucking
wipe
paper
for
towel on my foot. What do you mean?
This is literally a towel. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like 100 other versions of the same thing upstairs if I want another
Exactly.
pair.
It doesn't
And I'll
matter.
run it through, just like a tea towel would clean up a mess on the counter.
It's
right?
true.
One thing I never did and always fucking grossed me out, kids that flip their eyelids upside
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
I think
You know what I'm talking about?
I think
we mentioned.
I think we mentioned, and I think I said the same, but I was like, 80% of those kids are in prison now. Like it just, there was no one who was a good kid who did that because they're always fucking not. They were bad. No, actually, the other thing that fucking like pissed me off as kids, I don't think we've mentioned this, is do you guys ever know those kids who just always happen to have like a dirty mouth? Like you can tell their mom just made them like fucking Chef Boyardee, and they come to school with like a ring of fucking Chef. It's like, bro, what you fucking not like? What are you looking like that for, man? Piss me off every
What are you
time.
looking
I don't
like
think
that
those
for?
kids were all there.
No, they were all there, and they were, and that's the worst part. They like,
You were
could
the dirty
could you
mouth.
could you imagine being all there and just being that stupid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least, like, you know, if you have some kind of disorder, that's okay. And there's an explanation, but imagine just being dumbass.
Just a bad case of dirty mouth. You come, it looks like a container that had spaghetti and meatballs in it all week.
Oh, or the fucking kids whose jeans were extra long and they had that, they would just drag him to the point there was like a pull
it would
tab,
start ripping.
and it would,
Yeah,
and
it
was
would start ripping.
Bro, what the fuck? Like, Jesus.
I'm being too cool to wear jackets in school.
Oh, absolutely.
It's cold.
Absolutely. Or boots. Fuck am I?
Yeah. Never
Honey,
wore
where you
boots.
fuck no? I'm wearing Air Forces. I don't want to get bullied.
I wear my
Fuck you
running
mean?
shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, I wore my boots for a long time, and then I was like, fine. It was like grade 6. I started wearing shoes in the winter, and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit.
I know. But you know what? It's so cool.
Everyone does it.
I literally didn't start wearing boots till like college. I swear.
Yeah,
like,
until I
yeah.
stopped caring.
Yeah.
Now I'll pull up a boost to the club. I don't give a fuck. But as a
Yeah, I don't
kid,
give a shit. Yeah. And they're
I'm
nice now.
freezing just for the fucking flex. But okay, so I went golfing with Mike this week.
You golfed.
I golfed.
golfed.
Yeah. And so I've been golfing twice in my life.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
two others.
And two others, yeah. Bruno also was there. And I haven't been golfing a lot of times. And the course we went to was like a significantly bigger course than I had been to before.
It's a nice course too.
Yeah.
Nice course.
So super nice. And
like they held an LPGA tour there once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like many
it-
years ago.
I was like amazed at just like the sheer like landscaping and size of this place. And I don't go often. Like I said, I've been twice. And this time I went and I got baked. And whenever I get baked, I usually like assess situations like in like more of like a comedic or whatever fashion. So when I was like sitting there looking around, I'm thinking to myself, man, golf is the most like racist, classist sport. Like you're telling me there was just at some point in time in history, there was a bunch of rich old guys and they're like, yes, shall we go hit a ball with a stick in this large grassy outdoor space? We need lots of space, hectares, many hectares. Ball. I want to be able to drink and smoke while I play this sport as well. And I want it to be very exclusive, expensive, just so we can all go. But basketball, that's small. Put that in the inner city. Let the poor play with that. It's like, oh, soccer. Let the poor play soccer with ball. Us will be on our large land plot, and we'll be. It's like, fuck, man. Like so much land used.
So not racist, just classist.
Yeah.
No, they were probably white. It was probably racist, but it's okay because it's also classist. So who gives a fuck?
I feel like there were worse things like fox hunting and polo. You
no,
know,
but think about the
like
sheer
fox
size,
hunting?
man.
Have you
yeah.
ever seen like fox hunting? They
What's fox hunting?
They let a fox go into like a forested area, and all the British dudes hang back on horses with like guns, and they release dogs to go find the fox, and then they go kill it.
I mean, if we're talking about like
Hunting.
racist sports, I bet there was some of those where they didn't use a fox.
Oh no! So who they use or what they use?
They released something in the woods.
It's how they used to purge the insane asylums. Just play fox hunt IRL.
They released the mucha gait, bro.
How many foreskins can you steal before you fucking get shot down? But no, it just like the fucking land, like the amount of work that goes to maintain that shit.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking. I couldn't fathom it. I was like, I'm literally like, this is like the most privileged thing. Like I'm just sitting here, I'm like in a cart, looking around, drinking beer. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Look at me go.
It's so leisurely.
Look at me go. I'm one of them, aren't I? Look at the ball. I'm gonna hit it with my stick. That's a birdie.
Do you have a bag boy?
No, that's the thing. Obviously, instead of bag boys, now we have machinery. Now we're burning old. Actually, no, it was electric. The golf
It's
cart.
electric. Yeah.
Oh, like
we
a
use a
golf
golf cart. No caddies.
Oh, caddy. I don't
caddies.
know why I said bag boy.
Caddy. Bag boy. That's more.
Well,
That's more
that
1950s.
was back in the day.
Bag boy.
Bag boy.
Bring me my bag.
Bring me my 9-iron and put it in your asshole.
Now turn to the cameras. Yeah, you never seen the PGA Tour 1967? That was the huge fiasco
I
with
want
the
to
bag
tee
boy.
off of your foreskin.
I've never actually been golfing.
Yeah, me neither.
I remember
You have an
doing-
interest?
Yeah, like
I haven't tried
I had
it.
I had like a little kid golf lessons kind of deal. Like I learned to putt
Yeah.
and like use a chipper, but like using the driver, like they never really taught. Like I think I was 4 or 5, but then like I never played an actual game.
Yeah.
But a lot of my friends really enjoy it, and once they do it, it's just like I feel like I'd be going with guys that are serious golfers, and I honestly have a really hard time with that kind of shit.
Why?
Like honestly, I don't know what it is. Like I can shoot a basket from pretty far away. Like I'm really good at that kind of hand-eye coordination, but getting the fucking driver to hit the golf ball,
Dude, it's
I
not
have
easy. Yeah,
such
don't think
a
it's easy.
hard
Yeah.
time with that.
So like that's the
Without
thing.
practice.
Like if you don't like even go to a driving range before you go golfing, don't go and just play 18 holes because you will not have a good time.
Yeah.
You can't just go and like expect to hit the ball well or hit the ball straight or hit the ball at all. You know, like
Yeah.
you gotta practice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be wailing it in whatever direction I could.
Yeah, you
yeah,
just want to make
yeah.
contact.
And it usually never goes straight. Like that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
I have also never gone golfing, but I'm pretty good at mini putt, and I love mini putt.
Yeah.
Like competitively.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing pisses me off more than going mini putting with
a bunch of
people-
casuals.
With a bunch of casuals who like midway through stop doing the order, and they just and they're just hitting it willy nilly.
Yeah.
Oh ha ha ha! I got it
I
like
agree.
a couple. I'm like, no, like everyone fucking take your shots.
Yeah.
We're writing all these down,
And I'm winning!
and I'm gonna destroy you. Like,
Or like mini
agree.
golf enforcer.
Or like, like they just barely tap it by accident. They're like, does that
and they do like the
count?
double tap. Oh, I tap it again. They
Yeah.
like drop it in the hole. I'm like,
Or like when there's like, the one with the obstacle with the moving wood. They're like, let's just get it out of the way. It's like, no,
Yeah, no.
let it dangle.
It's got to be harder. It's got to be harder.
I'm not gonna give you guys a fucking hall pass.
So you want to go to the driving range sometime? Hit a couple
I've
balls.
been to
see
a
how it
driving
goes?
range
Okay.
once, and like, I mean, yeah, it could hit it, but I don't know if I was doing it accurately.
Right? Like, can you hit it to a spot where you want to hit it? That's the thing.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's
I
hard.
don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
No,
It's not
even
easy.
fucking
Even I
chance.
can't. And I play.
My like
I lost
thumb
like 3 or 4
skin,
balls.
like hurt after the driving range because I was like holding and hitting so hard that like the skin on like my thumb was starting to get like rubbed
Oh yeah,
raw.
yeah.
So that'd be number one. Number one.
Wait.
I-
Transition.
Position.
yeah. So that's the one. The one thing is just being very behind in comparison to the other guys that have been golfing for numerous years. Number 2, I have no equipment, and I'm not willing to spend a bunch of money on equipment. That's something that I'm going to suck at.
Oh, yeah.
So I it's 2 out of 2 for me. It's a big no.
Dude, that's one
Staying
of
home.
that's one of like my biggest dilemmas right now. Like I've been golfing for a couple years now, all right? So I know like that the clubs that I have, the irons that I have, I can hit. But they are beginner irons, like very cheap, So they're not good irons.
Yep.
So like I have this dilemma where it's like, do I spend more money and get better irons to hope that my game gets better? But what if I get these new and improved irons and I can't hit them? And now I'm just like screwed out of like what $1,000 and I can't hit my new irons, So I'm like, fuck. I'm trying to I'm trying to buy new irons because I want to get better, but I'm also holding on because I'm scared. I'm scared that I
Can
can't.
it really be down to the metal rods?
A lot.
A lot. That's
Really?
the thing.
Dude,
yeah.
like the
What is the
discrepancy.
difference? There's metal
technology
rod, metal
is
rod.
crazy.
Technology,
Technology.
technology,
like
to the
throwing
stick?
like throwing a javelin and throwing a log.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, literally.
Like there's forgiving clubs, non-forgiving clubs that give you more spin. Like it's a lot. It makes a big difference if you can hit them.
There's clubs that give you a little bit of what's it called, prostate pleasure. There's got every kind of fucking club you can have. But that actually, speaking of fucking golf, brought back objectively probably the worst thing I've ever done. I don't know. Sparing people may know this story, but as a kid, I grew up near a golf course, and occasionally we just go and we just like I had my buddy's driver, and we just go hit the driver on the course at night after the course closed. And that was fine. And then eventually, when I was like in the 6th grade, for whatever fucking reason, I walk outside and he's teeing off onto the highway. Like, you know, over those big, like fucking 12-foot highway walls.
Overpasses, yeah.
He's just teeing off in the direction of the highway, like over these walls. And I see him and I'm like, that's sick. So then I went and I teed off a couple balls and I'm like, dude, that like, there is a good chance that I could have killed someone, perhaps.
Yep.
But it's like,
Could have fucked someone's car. That's
I
for
could have
sure,
fucked
yeah.
someone's car, but it's like also the statute of limitations is up on that shit. So suck my dick law. No, but it's like, and also granted, I think it's a very good chance that we also overshot the highway, but like just the stupidity of fucking
You just
doing
don't
that
care, yeah.
is
You don't care
like-
about the consequences.
Like, yeah, don't like
Yeah.
fucking Christ. Like imagine if I'm driving on the highway and I just get like, that's my car mine. Just like, oh, how did Pat
Smash
die?
the windshield, bad
Smoked
enough.
by a
Yeah.
golf ball in the fucking 401 in the brain. His head is exploded. Like this fucked, man.
Yeah, like
Fatality.
you could have overshot the highway, but there's other people on the other side.
Apartment blocks and
There's
shit,
still shit
man.
over
Yeah,
there.
like,
Man, see that's such a funny example of like you as a child, because you were so careful about so many things with like a lot of rules, but then like the next minute he's teeing off over the fucking highway. You know, and I was like,
Yeah,
I would never do that.
my moral compass was fucked. I was like, lie? I would never.
As long as you can't get caught.
Tee off onto the highway? Absolutely. Give me 15 balls. Give me a bucket of balls and I'll smoke them all on the highway.
Dude, that reminds me, like yeah, as a kid, you just like don't think about consequences or don't even care, right?
No.
So like, I remember this. We took this one field trip from Kitchener to Toronto. We went to the ROM, right?
Yeah.
So an hour and whatever bus ride. I remember like us dumbass kids being at the back of the bus, opening the windows on the highway, and just finding whatever we could in our pockets and our backpacks and just tossing them out the highway onto the cars behind us, you know. And I remember this one. It was me. I grabbed a pack of like batteries, like 2 like
Holy
AA
fuck.
batteries. I tossed them out the window and like I watched it hit the car behind me that was coming, and I saw a dent on their hood, like a big ass dent, because we're going like over 100, right?
Wow.
Tossed it out the window. I watched it fly, smashed the front of this guy's car, big ass dent.
Did your
and I actually
stomach,
felt
like,
bad.
drop? Yeah.
I felt bad, and then like I immediately like I was looking over the seat, you know, immediately duck under. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Who did
I
that?
actually felt bad, yeah.
And that's the part is like for the golf balls, because it was like off. It's like my stupid little feeble brain couldn't comprehend, like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
It's like in the golf balls over that wall, even though there's thousands of cars flying by, my brain's like, it's fine.
Can't see it, whatever.
I can't see it, doesn't matter. But then I thought, like, fuck, geez, I'm like bringing back all these dumb things I used to do as kids. Me and my one buddy, the Red Devil, we one winter built like some kind of like a fortress of like snow, and we both had airsoft guns at the time, and we would just shoot cars, like just driving by. We just shoot, it's like
Whatever.
Like, it's like whatever, but like I'm sure they have like a small.
No, it's not whatever. Yeah, I mean, let's.
But I'm like, dude, like, and like some people would stop because obviously they're like ping ping, and then like they would like stop because obviously they don't know what the fuck to say to their car, and they would just run. And I'm like, this is like, why do kids feel the urge to destroy?
The closest I did to that was we just threw like grapes and cherries at the road, but I think one of them went in like an open window on in the car.
Yeah, see, that's funny. Though.
That's
Right
what
in
you
front
go
of us.
for.
Just-
Yeah,
it was
that's
just
what
a
you
grape,
aim for.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just like
Yeah,
Aim for
that's
that open
funny.
window.
So beside my house, kind of between Patrick's house and mine, at the tail end of my street, there was kind of like a no man's land. It was technically the corner lot, but like it had been fenced, and then there was large trees kind of 6 feet from it. So behind these trees, between the trees and the fence, it was like a cleared out area. I remember standing behind there with my water gun and with my brother, and it was kind of like one of those like pull triggers, and it would just come out at that force. And once it was all the way out, you do this again, and then it's
Pump
like
it again so it gets
a little
more
bit-
pressure, yeah.
And I remember waiting, and this car comes down, and it was like a lady in the passenger seat with the window open, and I just like totally like soaked her, and she was like so pissed like immediately. And I remember like running with my brother and like deking into the backyard and walking into the back door, and my mom's like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. And I look out front, and her husband had pulled up in front of the house, and he was like looking in the backyard to see if we were back there. And I was like, oh God, like,
Oh shit.
my
You might get in
parents are gonna
trouble.
go talk to this guy, right? And I was like, no, like nothing. And I just like I hid, like I ducked down, and my mother's like, what did you do? I was like, nothing. And for some reason, I don't know how, nobody cared, and I completely got away with it. Like, and I was acting like completely weird too.
Yeah.
Like my mother was not
Like your
suspicious.
mom knew something happened
Yeah.
probably, but just didn't know
Didn't
what.
even care. Like
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It was super weird. I can't believe I got away with that one. But I mean, like really, it was just water. So fuck.
Yeah,
her.
fuck her.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
Have you guys ever egged houses?
Yo, I just got egged. What?
Actually?
I just got egged. Like,
What?
Yeah, like last week. There's a huge egg.
Dude, eggs stain the fuck out of houses,
People
dude.
still do that?
Yeah, on my bathroom window for some reason.
That's hilarious.
I wasn't even there last
Were you
week,
pissed?
so I just came back and I got egged, and I was like,
Fuck.
"Which one of you guys fucking egged my bathroom?"
Were you pissed or what? Or?
I don't give a fuck. It's not my house.
Ah, nice. Okay. Nice.
That's crazy. So, like, did you like try to wipe it off, or is it like caked on now? Or
No, I don't give a shit. Not my house.
Just leave it.
so I never egged. I think I tried to TP once. I used to do Nicky Dine Door a lot, and that was fun as
That's
fuck.
fun.
Because it's just like that's like wholesome.
Yeah,
obviously
it's harmless,
It could
really.
be, like if you're the homeowner, it could kind of scare you if you're not expecting someone. Like it'll startle you, but like whatever, you get over.
It's harmless. Yeah, it's okay.
It. But imagine if you just pick the same target over and over again, just ruin their lives. That would be fucking
Psychotic
shit.
style.
Scare the fuck out of someone. But I actually just thought of another stupid memory. So me and Zach grew up close to a YMCA, and in the parking lot of the YMCA, you had like a big area where we could just play. And on this big light post, there was an emergency. It was an emergency button, and it like just stuck out like a sore thumb. It was like big red letters, and we never pressed it. We were always afraid of the red button. Right? We don't press the red button. And one day we're out there, Zach's little brother's out there, Josh, and we're all
Oh,
just hanging
is it
out.
one of those like in the middle of a parking lot? It's just emergency post. So like if someone's trying to rob you in the middle of a parking lot or something,
No,
you
so
hit
it was
or-
like tacked onto a light post. So it's just a
okay.
random like intercom button at the bottom.
But yes, and they also
yes, yeah.
and they also had like a little bit of like a pagoda structure there
Yeah.
for like summer camp shit. So like if a kid got injured or there was like an issue
you
with
beat
that,
that shit.
so it went to
Uh-huh.
the main building. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we never knew what it did because we never pressed it. And then randomly we're all hanging out playing some whatever football or something. And Zach's brother comes up to him and goes, "Yo, what happens when you press the button?" I say, "Well, I don't know. No one's pressed." He's like, "I just pressed it." And we look at him, "Josh, you fucking idiot!" And we all bolt so hard to my house, and now we're all just sitting on my porch, like peeking out of bushes to see what happens. And then it's so funny because like our kid's brain rationalized it to, dude, if you press that button, a man in the white shirt comes out. And it's like, yeah, it was just a fucking employee and they wore a white polo. It's like, well, we're like, no, the man in the white shirt comes out of nowhere.
Don't let him
He
see you.
summons him. Like, what the fuck? Is that like accurate to what fucking happened?
Yeah, but I'm like worried. I'm like, oh shit, this is like gonna call 911 automatically, right? Like I'm worried that cops are gonna roll in and like fire trucks and shit. And I just remember just watching like so fucking terrified of like like cops showing up, and I was
You're
like,
thinking like helicopters gonna roll in.
yeah,
and
because
shit.
like you know stories of kids that call 911 and then like everything shows up and it's just some dumb kid who like fucking did it.
Have you guys ever done that? Call 911.
No, never.
No.
Actually,
I did when I was a kid.
yeah, you were that.
Yeah, like
you were the guy.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? I'm gonna call it.
They pull
I
up.
call it. They like, I call it right. They pick up and they're like 911. What's your emergency? And immediately I'm like, all right, I fucked up. I hang up right away. Don't say shit. I'm like, okay, I hung up. Whatever. Like nothing's gonna happen, right? They call back. And I'm like, okay, hang up. They keep calling, and my parents are home, right? So they keep on hearing the phone ring. Home phone, of course, right? And then my parents eventually pick up, and they're like, and then I don't remember what happened after. My parents were probably like, yeah, it was my kid, like he's stupid, and they probably like lectured my parents over the phone, but
Yeah.
they always call back, so do not call 911 if it's not an emergency.
Just to explain to the youth, a home phone is a phone that used to be inside your house and you didn't have a cell phone. There was just one phone there, and
Had all your friends' numbers on speed dial. Fuck the whole phone.
In the mid 2000s, you could get an upstairs phone and a downstairs phone.
They were connected.
They were connected to the same number, so you could have someone upstairs and someone downstairs talking on the phone together, and directly into the what we call the phone line in the wall.
Yeah,
Pretty
the actual
crazy,
phone
eh?
line, yeah.
yeah, we had one corded phone upstairs, and then there was a point where we got like a couple
The cordless.
Yo,
We had,
the
like,
wireless
little
ones?
cordless ones. You know, those were
The
pretty
first
sick,
cell
actually.
phone
Yeah,
was in
Those
your
are
home.
sick.
room.
Those
And
were
there was always like a
cordless.
home base for the cordless
Yes,
one, so
yeah,
that
yeah,
it would like
yeah.
record
The
your voice
charging
message.
station.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
charging
yeah.
station. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
fire.
I liked it.
I wonder if I still have mine. I actually kind of want it just for the aesthetics.
You know what? My mother will not get rid of it, and I'm like,
My
why?
parents still
right?
have one. Yeah.
But now that Bell's like taken over all the rights to landlines, like they cranked the price to have it. But my mother is just so like hard set on keeping it. And I'm like, why? So if the power goes out, the landline still works.
What?
Yes, that's why people keep
so
except
does
for
the
being
cell phone.
ancient.
So does your cell phone?
No, I know, but
No,
like,
I know. I know what you mean.
so say it's like and this is literally mom, me. Like, yeah, obviously, like, so does
Yeah.
your cell phone. And she's like, oh, what if it's like more than a week that the power's out and your
Yeah,
phone
but who you gonna
dies?
call? No one else has a landline.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's true, actually. Everyone's cell phones die. No,
Exactly.
but you can call 911 for shits, right, Mike?
Just for shit.
Sure.
I pocket dialed 911 once, and the same thing. Yeah, they called back, and I was so concerned when they called back. I didn't want to get in trouble. And I think they said, "Can I speak to your mother?"
Yeah.
Don't let your fucking son.
Oh,
dial me.
there's a good story of Chris calling 911 by accident, like actually getting trolled. Like it's one of those things where it's like if you go like, "Hey Siri," and then you say like a couple random numbers or something, it'll call 911 for you. And I think like we were all studying like late at night this one time. We were all cramming, right, like for an exam the next day, and he sees this on Twitter or something like, "Yo, say Hey Siri" and some random numbers, and you'll get like a free gift or something. Right? Like little do you know, like he says it and it starts calling 911. And of course he hangs up. I'm not going to tell this story. I'll let him tell it.
Yeah.
But he hangs up right away. And eventually somehow they call his mom. And he's at school studying. And the story is to be continued. I'll let Chris tell it.
I had no idea that was a thing though. That
Yeah,
you
they
could say-
called like his mom's phone somehow.
No, but
and
that
it
you
was,
said with
yeah.
you say what? Hey Siri, and then you say random numbers, and it calls.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Glitch or something?
It wasn't like obvious that it was going to
Say
call
911. No.
Hey Siri, dial 911. Wow, what? Why is it dialing 911?
Yeah, why is Simona calling me?
Why that motherfucker calling me?
How old is your son? 22.
Too old.
I
Why'd you still call it 911?
Speaking of like also 911, I had our neighbor Taylor. Shout out Taylor if he's watching this. He I guess was driving home with his buddy, and I think he was in grade 10 or so. And they're like flashing a gun. It was an airsoft gun, but he was flashing a gun. And I guess someone who was driving alongside them thought that he was holding the driver hostage.
Wow.
So the person called 911, read out the plates. It was his dad's place. The SWAT team
Holy.
raided his house. Like 5 or 6 SWAT guys pulled up, kicked the door down. His dad was on the shitter,
Kicked the door down?
and they're like, "Where are you? Where are you? Where's Bill? Blank? Where's Bill?" And he's like, I'm here. I'm shitting." And then they're like, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" And he was a licensed gun owner,
Yeah, so he had guns.
so he had guns.
Okay.
So he had to like go show them his gun closet, show all his registration, show everything that was still there. And then they said, "Well, what do you?" I guess once they saw that he was innocent, like, what do you make of this? And he said, "Oh, it's probably my dumbass son." And then he came home, and I think they had to like pay for the door to get fixed and some other shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's fucking crazy.
They like kicked the door down?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because it was like that's this critical, right? Hostage call and in your truck.
Yeah.
And you have and you in Canada, you're a registered gun owner. That's rare.
Yeah, it's rare.
So
Very
that's yeah.
Is it though? Is it rare?
Gun owner?
rare. I don't know any. I don't
You
know
mean
one.
in Southern Ontario?
I think it's relatively rare.
Well, you said in Ontario. Maybe in Southern Ontario.
Oh yeah.
I think it's not so.
I mean,
What do you
we
mean?
got a couple unregistered needlers and like.
Yeah, but we got needlers.
we got needlers. Oh, you have a Glock? I have a needler.
Dude, I guarantee you, Barrie and up, it's very common.
I guess.
Northern Canada, Dude, all they do is shoot
because of
shit.
bears.
Like hunting rifles, true, yeah.
All they do is shoot
But
shit.
can
up
you
there.
shoot in Canada? Are you allowed to just
Absolutely.
shoot? Like if I had a gun in Muskoka, can I shoot?
No, it has to be at a
I think it has to be at a range, right?
Unless you have a lot of land, like if you have private land and
no
you're
one
not
cares,
putting
yeah.
anyone in danger, yeah, absolutely.
Pop out.
I've done it.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's a
I've
blast.
never shot a gun.
Would you shoot?
I shot
What's your kill death ratio?
I shot tannerite. You ever
Oh,
heard of
cool.
tannerite?
Did it explode?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking so loud.
Nice.
Yeah, like we filled like a couple containers and put it in like a cabinet, and the cabinet just fucking
Where'd
exploded.
you get that highly illegal substance?
It's completely legal as long as you're gun licensed.
Bass
You
Pro
can buy
Shop.
it.
Bass, bro.
You can buy it if you have a gun license. Can you believe that?
What? You
As long
unlock
as-
tannerite as an element,
Literally.
if you own a gun.
Yeah, straight up. Like as long as you can buy a gun and you're licensed to own one, you can buy tannerite. It's just expensive for what it is. It's like fireworks. Like why would I blow $100 on something that's going to explode in 3 seconds?
When I shoot it, yeah.
But man,
Literally blow up money.
when you put it in old furniture and it explodes. It's fucking cool.
It's worth it.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy that does it with like a fridge?
That's what I heard.
That is
but I
the
haven't
scariest thing. That was like a lot of tannerite, and he's hiding behind a tree, and the door goes flying and almost like
Oh, I saw it. Yeah,
Nails
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Well, let's
yeah.
play the clip.
yeah. Play the clip.
Just
Everybody,
wow, that's crazy.
There's no green screen.
I do have to put it. I know what, I'll replace that poster with a green screen, and then we'll just pull it up there. And then we'll have a laptop down here that we can
take out
watch.
the
Yeah, we will watch
And
it.
it'll
and
play
it plays
there.
up there.
Yeah, we'll do a secondary, tertiary reaction.
Dude, after taking the allergy pill, I actually feel so much better.
You
look
sound
better.
better.
I couldn't even
Better, yeah.
see before.
Jeez.
My eyes were so watery. Oh, man.
Fucking Christ.
you were reacting.
I
He
was,
was reacting to these nuts.
React-
He
Active
gave you a
words.
tic tac. That was a placebo.
it worked.
You're actually on Molly.
Just straight sugar pills.
Speaking of Molly, how was the concert, boys? Tell me about it.
Well, we've never done something like that. Some sort of illegal drug. But the concert was great.
Yeah, that concert was great.
Hypothetically.
I don't know.
Where you know, if you were to roll at this concert, which you would never, was it good?
It's a great experience. Probably
Dude,
my
when-
best concert experience.
When we first pulled up, like the opening act was already playing Last Links. So we pulled up a bit late.
And we missed
Okay.
them.
And,
missed them?
Well, it took us 2.5
Yeah.
hours to get to Toronto.
Yo, dude, it was traffic the whole way. It was brutal. But also, like, once we got there, like, me and Chris, we really, really had to pee. Like, I was ready to pee my pants by the time we parked, you know? And from parking lot to walking to the front entrance of the festival, at least, like, 5-10 minute walk.
Wow.
And then from the point of
that.
getting into the festival to getting to the porta potty, dude, there was a fucking mess, man. There was,
shit show.
like, 1,000 people just waiting in line in front of porta potties. Like, it was insane. Like,
They were probably disgusting too.
Oh my God.
We were in
So-
separate cars.
yeah, ended up, I didn't even go into a porta potty. I had to pee so bad, I just walked behind a porta potty and I was pissing behind the fence.
I never
And
went
I'm
through
sure
that.
everyone on the other side of the fence could see my dick. 100%.
Fuck.
That's what
I
I
just
would have
did
done.
look up. I'm like, I don't
didn't
care. I
care.
have to piss.
I would have
Like,
done that same thing
Yeah.
right behind it.
I had to pee so bad. It was brutal.
Yeah, we pissed in the parking lot because we parked in a different spot. Like we parked in the actual parking lot you're supposed to. Then, but it was full. We were like 3 cars away from the cutoff. So then we told them to go find somewhere else.
Parked in a secondary
And
lot,
then
yeah.
we went to the drinks line, which is just a gelatinous blob of people over in this section.
Everything was just a full
Not a
people,
line,
man.
just people, and like for like 10 minutes at a time, we were just standing and there's no movement. And then some people would come back and be like, dude, there's no line, just push through. And you just kind of would like slowly, someone leaves, you like fill in that gap, and someone else will leave, and you like slither forward.
Same with porta potties. Yeah.
Fuck,
Same with porta
man.
potties.
That's
Push your
bizarre
way
because
through.
Canadians are typically pretty good at like queuing and like lining up.
Getting in the place, they had like metal railings, like 50 fucking lines in a row. They didn't need any of those. They could have like 3 of those to get people in, and then had all of those to get to the drink line. That would have made so much
Yeah, or the
more
washrooms.
sense.
Or
Yeah,
the
or the
food.
washrooms or
And
whatever.
yo, they had like a good amount of food trucks there too. I got like a Jamaican patty, and it was a
Damn.
loaded Jamaican patty. It was pretty
Nice.
good.
Oh, is that
yeah.
why they pop it up and then
They pop it
bust
open,
down?
throw some stuff in there. Yeah, yeah, it was good.
That's nice.
We got because we were in the drink line, and we were like, okay, there's no way these guys are gonna get in there too to wait. So we just got drinks for everyone, and then it was starting to kick in while we're in the line, and we were like, all right, and then we got them, and then we have to find each other, and
no
it
cell
was
service.
impossible. Like, yeah, cell service was
Takes
barely
forever
working.
just to send a
there
message.
was way more people than I expected, at least. Like,
Dude,
there was
packed.
so many people.
Like 15,000 people.
So
or
who did you
something.
see, just for the context for the viewers at home?
Rufus Du Sol.
Rufus Du Sol, and Last Things Opened.
Yeah, but we didn't see them. And then finding them was like impossible. Like I just took a picture. I was like towards the stage. I'm like, this is my angle at the stage. And then we stood there for what felt like 20 minutes, but it was probably less.
It was not. It was like
Yeah,
10 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were
Holding,
looking
like
for you.
4 cold beers, and like you can't even put them down.
Who are you with?
Me, Matt, and Ruslan.
Okay,
All
and then-
each holding probably like 4 or 5 drinks. just like standing there, like scanning the crowd so hard,
And it was
starting
packed
to roll.
still,
Like, okay, and then we just finally took a picture of like the only recycling bins in the like section, and then eventually they.
But
found
you
us.
think he's the only one. We're walking towards you, and there's
from that
recycling
angle.
bin garbage, recycling bin garbage, recycling bin. Like I went to everyone that was like around that vicinity.
And then once you
And
met
I
up, no
finally
one
saw
left, right? You couldn't, right?
No, we
Were you
couldn't.
sandwiched in, or?
Yeah,
Lastlings, is that the group that's like the brother and sister?
Yeah.
maybe.
They're from
Yeah,
Australia.
I
I
know
don't
the guy and
know
a
if they're-
girl,
yes,
but I
sir.
don't know
Yeah.
if they're
Like they're half
brothers.
Australian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Australia.
they're cool.
They're sick.
They're really good.
They're sick.
really cool.
So is Rufus Du Sol. Super, dude, massive stage. Like,
Yo, where did the confetti come from?
holy,
know.
yo, where we were standing, we were standing in the thick of it. Like, I don't know. You saw my Instagram
Yeah, it
story,
was
right?
sick.
Dude, it was raining down and it was like covering me. Like, I was like in a blanket of it.
Felt
It
like
was
snow.
crazy.
It's just like big chunks of snow.
Like we saw,
falling.
like when it first started, like they were still performing on stage, right? Crazy lights and everything, and then the one at the front, to the left of the stage, starts blowing, and you see a shit ton of confetti, and we're like, "Oh, this is sick!" And then all of a sudden, we start feeling confetti come down behind us, and we look up this way, and there's a massive fan like over that way, and it's blowing right on us, and we just got a blanket of confetti on us. It was so sweet, man.
When I
So sweet.
got on Roos's shoulders and I looked around, like we were like there were so many people in front of us, but there was easily 2/3 more people behind us.
Yeah.
Going all the way back up,
We had
like
a good
up a
spot.
hill. There were people who were like clearly just so far away from the stage, just like chilling on like a hill, just like watching it from really
I'm just
far away.
picturing you on Ruslan's shoulders.
I know.
I was jealous, man, because he got
course,
to see
I got to
everything.
see
up
everything,
there.
yeah.
That's like a terrifying Machamp.
That's actually very true. Fuck, that would be sick. That is how you make a human champ. I never thought about that.
You know, I went on TikTok after and I searched up like Rufus Du Sol Toronto.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Yo, so this is the Coachella of Toronto." Like,
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, you're like asking all your friends, "What are they doing tonight?" Yo, everyone's at Rufus Du Sol. What the hell do I do? And it was like everyone was there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Everyone was there. It was crazy. It was sweet.
Where was this?
Woodbine Park.
Is that a common like venue?
No clue.
Yeah. What the
I mean, the
fuck?
stage.
But it was-
I
Fuck.
think that everything was like built for this. Like,
Yeah,
It was a good
outdoor.
venue though.
everything
Honestly,
existing
it was a
there.
good venue.
That's nice.
Now I'm just thinking if we should go to Rolling Loud.
The worst part, though, like the best part, the weather was perfect.
It was a beautiful
Like
day.
there was a
It
nice
beautiful
cold
day.
breeze, but the sea of people was massive, so it was warm. But then you would feel a nice breeze once in a while. You got the nice sunset coming down. No, not even a drop of rain.
T-shirt, but I wasn't like sweating. It wasn't that hot. It was just like right.
It looked so fucking sick. It
Yes,
looked
sweet,
very
yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
good
and then,
experience.
of course, we were just waving, like just closing your eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the lights were like, because
unbelievable,
when you
yeah.
close your eyes, the lights like just like flashing. You could see it through your eyelids.
How was getting home? How was getting out of it? Because that seems like a nightmare.
I don't think it was
So
bad.
like once it finished, we were just chilling for a bit. Like we chilled there for a bit. We were talking and letting the crowd of people leave. And then we met up with two other friends that were there, but we didn't like. There's no way we could find them during the
Yeah,
concert, right? Like it was too busy. But we met up with them after. We chilled, like had a cigarette or whatever, and then like when we left, it wasn't too bad. Like getting from the venue to the highway was horrible. Took forever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But once you got on the highway, it was okay. Like no traffic.
Like I know the one guy that Matt's friend and Chris's friend, I guess they both know him. That's the mysterious friend, I guess.
Yeah.
He was supposed to find us, but we
couldn't
never
find
found
him.
Oh.
And he was there earlier than us. And he said he took 2 points in the night. And we could tell because like when it was done and we were like down and me and you were like, I'm tired. Like, let's
Yeah.
go home now.
was still rolling.
He was just like, he was wired. And then we ended up driving him home.
Oh.
And he was just talking our asses off. And we're like, I'm like this. And I kept just like trying to be nice. I don't want to be rude, but I was like, I don't even want to talk right now.
You're like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
those are my responses. He kept being like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I'm like, and he was like so uppity. And I'm
That's
just like,
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
This is
crazy.
annoying.
That's crazy.
How many more that's crazies do I have to tell you before you realize that I don't give a fuck
I
about
don't
what
have
you're
any
saying?
more. That's crazy. Stop
I
talking.
got no more that's crazy.
Out of energy. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't, man. I can't right now.
8:30.
6
And popular opinion, or maybe unpopular,
here.
it's a way better drive on the Gardner from west to east. No, from east to west than it is from west to east. Like if you're driving past the CN Tower on the Gardner, it's way nicer to be coming from east to west, just looking at the lights and the views of all the buildings than it is from west to east.
Explain that in layman's terms. So I have no geographical capabilities.
Yeah, I don't think
So
that's
like
such
from
a thing I've
home
ever considered.
to downtown,
Yeah.
that way is west to east on the
Okay.
Gardner, right?
That's the better way or the worst way?
The worst way. I like coming the other way, like when you're on the far side of Toronto and you're going home.
From the
on
dark
the
side
highway.
of Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay.
The east, yeah. That's
Like
the better
for-
way.
yeah, fuck.
The lights look better. The CN Tower, the Rogers Stadium looks better.
I
everything
don't
looks
understand Toronto as a city. It makes like I've been there so many times, driven there, and I fucking am confused every time.
It's horrible urban planning. The planning is horrible.
Yes, absolutely.
Could that be because you were stressed on the way there and coming off drugs on
No.
the way out?
better. No, it's just every
better.
time. Like it's just a nicer, more scenic drive. Like ever since I was a kid, like I thought the same thing.
Yeah, like Vancouver, you can drive around there no problem using just signs. Chicago, super simple.
Driving Vancouver is fucking
Toronto?
horrible, bro.
It
What are you
does.
talking
Worse than
about?
Toronto.
No way.
Drivers in Vancouver are worse than
The
Toronto.
Okay,
drivers.
drivers. I'm talking about
Yes.
urban planning.
Yeah.
I'm talking about driving in general, bro. Fuck driving in Vancouver, man.
I don't know, I didn't do
Traffic is
any driving in
disgusting,
Vancouver.
dude. Like 2 kilometers takes like 20 minutes. It's disgusting.
And
you go over 10
Toronto's
bridges.
not.
That's true. Yeah.
Toronto's garbage.
It's better. It's way
I
better
literally
than
just
Vancouver.
don't go there. I love not going.
I don't know. When we were in Vancouver, I don't remember really coming across any like bad traffic.
Yeah, I don't.
Nothing really.
Yeah, if,
I
I
you're,
didn't
like,
personally
if
do
you're in
any
downtown
driving there,
coming
but
in
we
and
never
out,
came across that scenario.
I drove
Yeah.
around all day in Vancouver. I had no problem. I actually didn't use a GPS either.
You're saying you had no traffic in Vancouver.
None.
There was never a time where we were
Viewers
like,
tell
Viewers
them,
tell
oh,
us.
yeah.
Our huge Vancouver viewership.
Tell them how
there
many
was never
bridges
a
you got
time
to drive
where we were
over.
like, oh, it's gonna it's this far away, and it took 3 times as long. That just never didn't happen. It just everything was like says 10 minutes, took 10 minutes.
Nice, that's good.
All right, should we get a transition?
This guy says silence was overrated.
Silence is overrated.
I don't sleep in
You wanted
silence.
to keep all that.
I don't. I have fucking the air purifier.
Do you? Oh no. So I know there's some people that sleep with like white noise
Yeah, I
machines.
pretty much have that with the air purifier.
You ever heard of brown noise?
And you shit your pants.
I'm
in your
not
sleep.
fucking with you. And there's pink noise.
This is
What's
racist
that?
or what?
Yeah,
I'm
brown
just
noise just
kidding,
when
I'm
you're
just
in New
kidding.
Delhi or Brampton.
Dude, it's different. Nick was telling me about it. I guess
So when you're on shrooms, you get to see music, right?
I
Is
don't
this
know
he's
what
talking
the
about.
pink noise is.
Pink makes your vagina tickle. Brown makes your ass tickle.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah.
Quote me on that.
And then white noise is just like, like a fan. I think brown noise is like lower register. Like like kind of thunder in the distance kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Pink noise is your mom getting clapped in the other room.
I have no idea. Here.
By your uncle.
You know what? This is a question I want to ask. So you sleep with like a noise machine, or basically, right? An
Yes,
air purifier.
more or less. Yes.
So can you sleep with it completely quiet now?
So
or are you just used to?
So I have had this air purifier for about a year now, a year and a bit. And before that, I used to sleep with a fan on. But before that, I used to sleep in complete silence.
So like the fan not blowing on you, just for sound. type
No,
of-
it was blowing on me. I required the fan, but I like the white noise. And now that I've been doing it consistently for so long, now I find it a bit odd with no sound. I don't really have trouble falling asleep, so it doesn't really bother me that much. It's just once I notice it, I'm like, oh, this is like really quiet. When I was in Norway, it was really quiet going to bed.
So what does it do? Does it like occupy your brain almost, or?
In a way, it just makes it like an easy thing to home into. So if I'm sitting in bed, I can just go, instead of having a thought, why would I think? I don't have thoughts. I would just hone into the sound.
I just fucking had a eureka moment, bro. Like, cause like that's the thing with me. Like I've always slept in silence. I've never tried to sleep with white noise.
Honestly, try
And
it.
yeah, the thing is like
'Cause
my
it's
brain
just-
just keeps running because it's
so
silent.
loud. You can't
Yeah.
think. It's
It's not quiet. There's
Yeah.
just too much. Yeah,
Before
so
you
there's
do-
something to home into.
Before you do, maybe consider the options. So white noise includes all audible
Consider the
frequencies,
options.
like a whirring fan, radio or television static, humming air conditioner. Brown noise, also called red noise, has higher energy at lower frequencies. So it's like deeper than pink noise and white noise. So low roaring, waterfalls, thunder. I was right. And then pink noise is like white noise, but with a bass rumble, but not quite as deep as brown
Can we
noise.
get some examples?
And then
Yeah, this is
I can cue him up, but we're not going to hear him very well.
just sing it for us. Sing a brown noise note for us.
Okay, ready? Black noise is an informal term used to describe lack of noise. It refers to complete silence or mostly silence with bits of random noise.
I don't like black noise. That
I'm
sounds
never
scary.
using the word silence. I'm using the word black noise.
This is a
Yeah,
lot
Pat
of
just said
black
silence
noise.
is overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if example of brown noise is and then an example of pink noise is
The thing you were saying about the fan is the total opposite. How you're saying you just hone into the fan and your thoughts go away. No, if I have a fan going, my thoughts are going, and that's the fan, that's the fan. Now it's coming by, now it's going to the left.
No, I would never put it on swivel. No, I'm not an idiot. Don't put it on
too
swivel.
much.
That's
Wait,
too
that's-
much.
That's too versatile.
That's how your brain works.
Yeah.
You're
I
seriously
can't do the
focusing on
noise.
it?
I can't do the noise.
I
Need
can
nothing.
I can cancel that out totally. I can sleep with the TV on.
Oh, I've gotten so bad at falling asleep to TV shows. I tried to finish Stranger Things, got to like episode 5 and passed out, and then I had to rewind.
You gotta rewind. That's the worst part.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, I
Awful.
love falling asleep to TV shows. I'm like,
Oh, I love it, but
oh,
it's awful.
drat! I fell asleep again. What are you gonna like run out of time or something? Like you got tons of time to watch that show. It's gonna be on there forever.
I
is.
don't fall asleep
I know.
while watching something. Ever. Like I can't. I just can't do it. I think it's probably happened maybe 3 times in my entire life where I've been watching something and been like, this is so boring. I'm gonna just sleep.
It's not even that it's boring. It's just my brain. Like I literally fall asleep.
We're
Yeah,
watching
like,
a
I
movie.
cannot stay awake.
There was a time we watched a movie like in his bed, like 4 people. At like we started it at like 3 a.m. Everyone was asleep. I knew they were all asleep. I finished it. I finished the whole thing. Just me surrounded by sleeping people.
forget what movie it was.
I don't know either, but like I just
porn.
can't.
It's porn. What are you guys doing?
Forgot about that. Yeah, that was funny as shit.
It was probably a horror movie.
It was. I think it was Sinister.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
Doesn't remember, but he was awake the
You
whole
got 4
fucking
mans
time.
on a twin bed, bro? Damn, impressive.
on a double. Oh no, Queen.
Double.
Come on. Give me some fucking credit here.
A single?
What's it called? Even saying that. So this Tuesday, I told you about the movie. This Tuesday, you guys have to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I want to talk about it. I have no one to talk about it with.
What service is this?
I heard it's good.
It's
Cineplex.
to go physically, Zach.
Oh, it's at the movie
Yes.
theater.
Yes.
Oh,
Cineplex.
When's the last time you went to a theater?
Wow. Last time I went to the theater, I have to think about that one. Oh, I honestly think it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
That's a
Long time ago. But fuck, it was good. Next time I go to the theater, I'm going to be very let down, I think.
So this Tuesday, I want everyone Tuesday we're going, and I'm forcing everyone to watch this because I just it's literally my favorite movie in a long time. But B, I just want like it's one of those movies
The
where
next Marvel movie, whatever.
Dr. Ligma.
What's he gonna do next? I do want to watch it. I heard good things about
No,
it.
it's like
Yeah, I
so.
do.
What's it about?
still.
Tell us a little bit.
No, I want you guys to go
Yeah,
on there
I
with a
don't- I
completely
don't
clear
want anything
mind.
about it.
Alright, so don't even watch the trailer.
Don't watch the trailer. Don't watch anything. This Tuesday, 6:30 or whatever, 9 o'clock, we are going. And then also we got to go watch Jurassic Park. I do want to watch that.
That's one I don't.
I still don't
wanna
care about
watch it.
Jurassic
Oh,
Park.
the
Yeah.
last
Jeff.
the
I
Jurassic
care
World
less
was
too.
like, and then the
They're
next one was
dumb.
like,
They're
Like,
dumb.
no, they're okay. Like, but they're just okay. I feel like.
They're just okay.
Didn't you spoil it for me? Everything all at once or whatever? Like, didn't you like text me something? Like some info?
No,
Then you're like, actually, no, never mind.
No, I was going to, and then I realized you hadn't seen it, so I just said, never mind. You have to watch this.
You said you're like the answer is, and then you said something.
love.
No, I don't think I.
Is it a Ryan Gosling movie?
Then I'm not seeing it.
Is it?
No,
ever-
Wait, so have you seen it already or no?
I saw it, yeah.
Okay.
And like for context, I have never went to theaters to rewatch a movie, and I actually like want to rewatch it because I saw it at Apollo, so now I want to watch it like Cineplex.
Absolutely, let's do it. Tuesday's a cheap day, bro.
Is it a foreign film?
No, it's
Is it in
it's
English?
a A24 film. So if you know anything about movies, you know A24 is the number one studio.
I love
actually
foreign
don't know.
films.
What
Is it in Vancouver?
A24 made Climax. They made fucking Midsummer.
Climax.
I don't know. They just make
Anything
like,
good that's
movies.
come out in the past like fucking 10 years. Has been
Did they
made
make
by
the She-Hulk?
A24.
You didn't go watch The Northman.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll
It was
watch
good.
it.
I went to
I'll watch
Princess by myself and watched
Why
it
didn't you do that?
because I wanted to see it.
Why'd you go by yourself?
Sometimes it's just like a movie that I want to see, and I kind of got the vibe. I was like, okay, nobody else really wants to see this that I know. I was like, whatever. I've done that plenty of times.
What was it? What movie?
The Northman. It's like an art house movie. It's like not a lot of people have like that taste. You know, not really. People.
I know I feel bad because that is a movie. I think Marcus is the one person I know who has like very similar taste. So we usually like I don't really go to a movie without you, unless like you happen to go with your sister or something. And the one time we dragged Mike to a movie called Detain.
This movie was so bad. I don't even know if
let's
it's
get
legal.
your take. Let's hear
I
your
don't even know if it's
okay,
a legal movie.
Give me the story
so-
and breakdown of
Yeah,
it.
explain the movie to Zach, and then we'll watch it with Zach. So this movie's called Titan or Titan, and it's fucking cry.
And it was a foreign movie.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
didn't know
French or
anything about it,
something.
and he got me there saying it's called Titan. I'm like, that sounds sick. No, it was like titanium, but in
Titanium.
French. It was
Yeah,
a French
yeah.
movie. I was like, oh, I didn't even know this was French. Okay.
Pat's just high as fuck. He's like,
Oh, dude, that was way too ripped. Like that is a movie I should have gone sober, but we went very baked, and it was not a movie you want to be baked for.
There's no movie good enough for me to ever go sober. I'm just kidding.
That's true.
No, but it's like I was like, what is going on in this movie? Like, why do they keep doing this weird shit? Like, what is the point? Like, they're just doing weird shit for it to be weird. There's no point to all of this. I'm like, why am I watching this? It was like a spoof movie almost. I felt like. I don't know, man.
It was so fucked. It was so.
How do you spell it? People at home, Google.
Titane.
Yeah, it's like a French
Yeah,
movie.
we just
I think, right?
read the plot synopsis. That should be enough.
I will tell you one thing. Some lady gives birth to a car.
Well, she had sex with a car first.
Yeah, she got
She has sex-
fucked. She got fucked by like a monster truck.
And how she knew that this car was about to come out of her vagina was because she broke her water. But it wasn't water, it was oil. It was like she was leaking oil. So.
what?
Yeah, and she gave birth to this car.
You guys are all just sitting there stoned.
Don't
watching
forget
that.
that her father, who actually wasn't her father, it was a stranger who she met, convinced was her father, helped get her give birth to the car. Don't forget about that part.
I literally blocked that movie out of my brain. I don't remember anything other than the car sex.
It was just weird. That's it. Yeah, literally.
There's like 3 distinct acts too that all like were a very different like theme, but all kind of
in the
connected
same
in
movie
the
somehow.
stupidest story. Yeah.
Like, why is it in the same movie? I don't know. Yeah.
Are you guys pranking Pat? Like he fell asleep and you just told him about the movie and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
when
don't
she
worry.
gave birth.
You, this movie doesn't exist.
Yeah,
You think this bullshit exists?
it's a oh shit, what was the one that you got Eric with the one time? Like Jimmy the
Oh, Jimmy's Time Travel Adventure 6?
yeah,
But that's real.
yeah, that's real.
That was real.
You've never seen it? I think number 8 was the best, but
that was so good.
but then fuck, have you seen Climax? I feel like Zach hasn't watched good movies in a while and I have to fucking put him on game.
You have bad taste. That's what he just said.
He just
What do you feel? How do you
Zach
feel
just
about
hasn't
that?
watched movies. I just know he hasn't watched
Well, I
it.
haven't gone to the theater now.
Yeah.
I do like going to the Princess.
It's a vibe, man.
That's
It's
a cool
sick.
place. I used to like going like because it used to be so cheap and like
It still
popcorn's
is.
cheap and like I don't know, even if they were just like old movies. Like I remember I went in like early October once and watched The Shining.
That's cool.
Nice.
It's just like old movie, but like
Big screen.
fucking sweet, man.
We should rent a movie theater and just play some.
Dude, how much
That
could
one
some
out.
Xbox.
how much could it actually cost?
It's not
right?
a lot.
Probably do the princess.
Yeah, let's do.
Hey guys, for my birthday party, do you want to join me at the Cineplex?
We're gonna go to Laser Quest and then we're going.
Yeah, Sky Zone.
Let's do a live pod at the princess.
We'll have the whole theater.
Yeah, we'll sit up
That'd
on
be-
like
that'd be
on
kinda
at the
sick.
front of the stage.
Yeah, like a
And
panel.
we'll have just one person in
a
the
couple
crowd.
people we know in the crowd, like just all our parents in the crowd. We'll do a full
my
uncensored.
God.
Parents.
Fuck, that would be actually very
Just like a Q&A.
Yeah.
Q&A with her parents, one by one. Bring them
Or,
up.
or one day we actually have enough fans to fill up Princess Theater.
Oh, that would
That'd
be-
be the goal.
Just like
One
yes.
day.
So are you and Chris brothers or like what's the deal?
What's going on?
Are you guys all cousins? Like you're all Romanian, right?
So we have fan theory that your mom fucked her dad and you guys are actually brothers.
This is the fan theory.
Their parents are just sweating.
shit.
Fuck.
Guy stands up. You're all gay, right?
We all just start sucking each other's dicks. Yes. Yes, we are.
It's that kind of show.
Yes. This is. That's
We'll
like,
just scramble up all the homeless people and put them in the audience.
Our
Give you a
views,
McDouble if you
our
come.
views would skyrocket.
Yes, that's what we need.
But to your original point, no, I haven't been to the theater at all. And
That was the most Canadian thing you ever done right there. No, yeah, no.
no,
No,
yeah,
yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no.
No.
Yeah,
Saying 3, yeah,
yeah
like,
no, yeah.
One thing that I heard is more Canadian than saying a is when someone's telling you a story and you go, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like get on with it. You know,
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
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 I heard that's
Yeah.
like very Canadian.
Yeah.
People go, yeah. Like, get it fucking out, bud.
Honestly, I always do the no. I always do that. Like, yes, no, yes. For what reason I don't know. But I
When
do
you
that a
hear
lot.
the yeah, no, yeah, it's just like, oh, that was 100%.
That was
right
100% yes. But there's some people watching. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
good.
no, totally.
Wait, have I discussed the new new age descriptions of yes, no, and maybe? Did I ever talk about that on the podcast?
No means yes.
Yes means no.
No.
Maybe means maybe.
No, it's I'm
So
a
yes?
firm believer that as of 2022, that the core words yes, no, and maybe have drastically altered their meaning.
Oh, like-
and what I mean by that is yes means maybe means no, and no means like fuck no. Like no means absolutely fucking not there. I would rather peel my foreskin back and stick pins in it and let it and get an erection and have it slice my fucking dick off.
That's
what no means.
That's actually a nice hypothesis you have going.
Because
You know
it's
what?
true.
I will give you
you have to
concrete
say,
evidence
like,
of
the
why that is true
context.
right now. Because Bruno earlier today he asked, "Yo, can I take anyone's pod spot on the earlier pod?" And I put no, and I meant fuck no.
Fuck
What if it was
no.
fuck no?
Fuck no as well.
And it's like when you hear a maybe, it usually means I'll think about it because
Or you
now
can
with,
convince me, yeah.
try to convince me, twist my arm a little, or also it's because of the invention of technology. I can now say maybe and then let time play out and but that better thing came along and then my maybe now turns into a sorry, I got other plans, but I didn't. I'm lying. I didn't have other plans. I just made a new plan that's better.
Yeah.
And then you do that. So maybe means no.
It's a long-term
But
no.
that no could turn into a yes later. And then yes still means maybe because a yes now in today's day means I say yes, but if the event is at least 1 week or further out in the future, then you need to get another, not War Greymon, you need to get another confirmation closer to the actual date by following up one-on-one. And also,
But you know what sucks?
What?
That's only true because we're assholes. You know,
It's-
we're
no,
fucking
I
pieces.
don't. I think it's just
This is,
I think it's
an
just the,
absolute. Like I can say that being a single man in this time, concrete plans are absolutely not concrete. If you make concrete plans on a concrete time, but you do not do like a
Confirm, yeah.
follow up confirmation, it's
ether.
meaningless. It
Yeah.
is literal meaningless.
It'll not happen. Yeah, it
will
doesn't matter
not
if you say this time.
happen.
Yeah.
Like I could message a girl and be like, "Do you want to get food at this place on Tuesday at 4?" And she goes, "Yes." And then if we don't do a follow up, she's not going to be there at 4 if I didn't go.
It means that neither of you actually wanted to do it. And it's
Exactly.
good
I
that
don't
no
know,
one
it's so
messaged.
weird.
Yeah.
But it makes things so much more frustrating because as you want to do anything, most things that are good and are like in a tier up in terms of entertainment or fun require advanced planning. If you have to do advanced planning, you have to get everyone's confirmation because either you have to book something or buy tickets or do something, which means you need yeses. But then the fact that you like, even if I went to a concert, if I buy tickets for all of us for a concert 3 months from now, no one's gonna remember it. And then if I don't give a shout out within like 2 weeks of it and go, yo, remember that concert that I bought tickets for? Everybody's like, oh, my bad, I made other plans, like sell my tickets. Like, what do you mean? We made this plan 4 months ago.
Like if your friends have tickets to something and then they go, "Do you want them?" and you go, "Yes, I want them." They don't take that as a yes and they sell them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
AKA
unless you
you and
actually
Bruno.
send the money.
No, it's so yeah, yes means yes means maybe.
Yes
maybe
means-
means
yeah.
no, and no means fuck.
Everything gets knocked down one
Everything's
tier.
knocked down. And like I guess maybe if you get like a fuck yeah or like it's like you have to allocate it to the people you know. Like if there are certain people, everyone in this room, if you guys say yes, I trust that it is a yes. But it depends. Some people just yes.
And you just know like what event, like we're good enough friends where it's like, if I ask Pat about this event, I kind of know what he's going to say, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of know if he's going to want to or he's not going to want
But
to.
it's also hard to say no sometimes.
It is absolutely
Like if
because you feel
somebody-
bad. You feel
Yeah,
bad.
I
and I
feel
don't
bad.
want to.
Like Rusin comes around and goes, "We're all going paintballing Saturday," and I'm like, "Yeah." But I didn't really want to go paintballing.
Did you not want to? I actually wanted to.
I don't know.
yeah.
I just kind of was like, "Oh, I got so much other shit I want to do on this Saturday."
He's
I was
like maybe.
I might have said maybe. I honestly might have said maybe.
I genuinely did the maybe, and I genuinely.
Actually, you know, because
I
I was
did
watching the last part. I was
wasn't
watching. You
maybe.
were like, you guys were talking about going. You're like, we're gonna go.
We hyped him up to go.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going. We're going.
and I meant it like
And he didn't fucking go.
that maybe was genuine, but then it was just like I'm just too broken. I just didn't want to go, but fuck. That's an instance of a true maybe that did not pan.
Yeah,
that turned
yeah.
into a no.
That was a real maybe.
Unfortunately.
I'm so not into paintballing.
Paint my balls.
I'm just realistically I'm just saying and realizing that I'm just bad at sports, guys.
I wouldn't say paintball is a sport though.
I don't know. It's a different.
I don't know if
Everyone who paint. What do you mean paintballing is a sport? Paintballing is a sport,
dude, if League of Legends is a sport and getting loaded and driving around a golf cart all day and hitting balls is a sport.
Sorry, you just fucking jogged my memory.
Yeah.
Something crazy that I heard that none of you here have heard this. A friend of a friend, so I can tie this in connection to anything.
Dun dun dun.
They were playing for a CS:GO team, a professional team in the betting circuit, and it was to the point that they had like an investor somewhere, and I think it was China, and they were throwing games for the odds. So they were saying that I think the one guy was getting paid 10K a game just to play, and then he could also put whatever money he wanted to wager on whatever the outcome was supposed to be.
Which is usually illegal.
Yeah, very illegal. And like that, like now the FBI is involved in shit, and like he got out and whatever. But I'm like, that's fucking crazy to think, because it's like in sports it's kind of more obvious, but in like a video game it's hard. Like you just fumbled the bag. Like, how
He just
can
couldn't
they
aim. He just
how can
couldn't
they
hit the
prove
head,
it
yeah.
if there's no like real proof that you have to lose by this much, but you just had a meeting in person IRL and you said, hey, I have discussed this in secrecy. You are gonna lose this game, and then you do, and guess what? Now the person who like bet 10 million on this game made 15.
You know what? I actually watched one YouTube video where it was like breaking down people that actually throw CSGO games. So if you play Counter-Strike Global Offensive, there's like pros, they play like, what they should be doing, and they know what they should be doing. They know that their crosshair should be here or your crosshair should be here because of the call out that your friend made or your partner made, right? So like, if you're really invested in the game and you put hours and you know the game, you can tell if someone's actually throwing. Like they can miss a couple shots, that's hard to tell. But once they start walking around to like a weird spot, or once their crosshair is not where it should be, like coming around the wall, there's something weird going on.
Playing like robots.
It's so intricate.
100% accuracy.
That's fucked.
Yeah, basically. So like if you're walking around a wall, your crosshair, your mouse placement should always be on the head, and like where the camping spots are, right? So you're already swiping onto like the camping spots on where like they could probably be. So it's very intricate. Like once you start, if you actually put hours into it, you could almost tell if someone's throwing.
Scary.
It's cool. It's cool.
Even I just saw a video, and it was one of the NBA refs, and he was talking about how they like used to throw games back when Kobe was playing, and they were just saying that they would just have an unofficial meeting in person, and they would just say, hey, we noticed from the game tape that Kobe did this a lot of times and he didn't get called for fouls. This game, called that every single time. And then the refs knew to make like calls to whoever they had their plugs to be like, okay, well, we're going to be doing this a lot. So chances are that that's the reason they won last game. So highly favorable that this is in your odds. So then they would just bet on whatever the...
Yeah, give me a cut type thing probably.
And then,
Zach has actually been throwing games in sports he's been playing for years.
He's been throwing his whole life.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible at
Because
sports.
his dad bet on him losing and fucking it up.
His dad bet on him being successful. He's been throwing the game all the time.
Listen, I don't want any FBI involvement, okay?
The odds on Zach high and low that he goes paintballing again in his life, his dad's got a huge bet on that. I'll give you $1 million. My son never goes paintballing again.
Remember this one thing you used to talk about where it's like, you wish that you could like buy the stock of an upcoming artist that you think is gonna blow up?
Yes.
Remember when you used to talk about that?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's such thing nowadays.
It would just be like an NFT.
Can you elaborate on that? Like what that was? Like you would always listen to new music.
Oh yeah, so it was just like a stupid concept where it's just like I
it was stupid, but not really. Like
Well, no,
Like a call and put on like them becoming popular.
pretty much like so. Here's it's 2013. I just listened to Lil Pump for the first time. I see what his music appeal is. I see the way he looks. I have a
he only
very
has
educated
5,000
guess
viewers
that-
on SoundCloud. Or
Like
whatever.
when I first heard him, he was the nobody, and I was like, "This guy's gonna blow up because of X, Y, and Z." And I told all these guys about it, and then he did. I was like, "Well, if I was able to like, let's say, now I guess how they would do it is you would release an NFT, 100 of 100, but the problem is that you only get like what people pay, so it's like you're not going to raise that much money.
you don't actually get any of his equity, obviously,
Exactly,
which is too bad.
But I
Because
guess
you can buy equity
I
in the.
guess you could. Like maybe now
in
a
the
future rapper
corporation.
might like do like a 30% equity cut and be like, that actually be kind of smart. Like,
But can you give away like yourself as a person? Like you can always, give away equity of a corporation, of a business. That's not a single person.
Yeah,
or
but
an
yeah, if
entity.
you want to quit, then it
So
doesn't
now
matter.
we're just talking about like buying and selling people.
Yeah, now it's almost more.
Pretty much, yes,
ethical.
yeah. But that was a concept. And I don't know. I've always been curious about
You
that.
reinvented
Is that
slavery.
smart? Like,
You reinvented slavery.
It's modern day slavery. It's like I like this gentleman's music. Let me invest. Now I own them.
Buddy, I own you, and you're gonna pop off in 2019 like I said you would.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance. God damn. Well, I think we can call it there. Thank you everyone for listening. This has been episode 20 of the Shitpost HQ Podcast. Go fuck yourself. Bye.
welcome back.